Hi, it's Wendy at the Barrington Public Library. I'm going to share with you how to make our cardboard dragon chomper. It's a pretty fun activity, and it's just using cardboard and a few paper fasteners. So in your kit, you'll be receiving some pieces of cardboard and several of these brass paper fasteners. I think we've all seen them from our school years. There will be a little barbecue skewer in there because it's very sharp and pointy, but really you might not need to use it. I use a pen for that point, so you can decide when you get it, but I wanted to give you at least something pointy to work with if you wanted to. So I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. There we go. Alrighty, so with this cardboard, I eyeballed it. You can take a ruler and measure about 1.5 inches in. And we're gonna make strips, cut the cardboard in strips. But I kind of eyeball what I like it to be like, and go from the other side to finish that one. And you can even place this one on top and make a line with the pencil if you want, So you cut the same width. But we're going to need 10 of these pieces of cardboard. So that's the first thing you're going to do is measure them off. Just kind of make sure that they're similar sizes. And I'm going to, excuse me, it wasn't 10. I'm going to need 8 of these pieces of cardboard. So go ahead and cut them up. And then once you get it all cut up, I'm going to show you a basic design of how our contraption will work. We're going to make a few X's with our cardboard. An X and an X, and this will be the length of our chomper. So where our cardboard crosses, we're going to put a brad fastener in there, and on all 3 of those pieces, and then we're also going to put them on the ends because then they're going to connect together. So we've got a lot of holes to make in our cardboard. I'm going to push these aside because I have some cardboard over here, and this is what I did. I looked at my cardboard, estimated the middle. Now you can use a ruler to be very precise, but it still works really good, even if you just do a good eyeball of it. I saw the middle, which is about there, and I don't want to put a dot near the edges because that will make sure that it's kind of off kilter. It would be crooked. So in the middle, make a dot where the middle would be, and make a dot about 1/2 inch from each end. And see how they line up straight down the center of that piece. But then once I've got those dots, I push my pen through, push my pen, and this is where I found that it's just as easy to put this pen in here and just wiggle it a little bit, and you'll see that it came through to the other side, not even very far. So you can do that, or a sharp pencil would work, and wiggle it a little bit just so that it comes through a little bit. And this one. There we go. So we'll do that with the rest of these. I've got a few already done. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 1 more to go. So here's my center, and I can make my dot. Center and center. Whoops, I lost my little point there. So I'm going to push it through. I'm going to push it through. And push it through. There we go. So now I have 6 of them. I have 2 more that are plain. I'm not putting the holes through right now because that's going to be the chomper of the contraption. So let's start with our crisscrosses. Remember how I said we had X's? And then X's and then X's. So I'm going to put the brads right through the middle of this one. And while I'm holding it, put it right through the next one in the middle. And this is, you turn it over and you open these up and make sure that they're flat under there. And now that holds it together so that my things can turn, okay? So there's one. I'm going to do the middle of the second set. And through. And open and squeeze. There it goes, 2. See, this goes by pretty fast. It's a pretty easy project, but it is really cool when it's done. 3. There we go. So now I'm making them look like X's for you. And we are going to Actually, I think we're going to do it this way. going to line up the corners to the corners. And this one's going to do the same thing. It's going to line up the corners to the corners. So we're going to do this set first. I'm going to put it, I think I will do this one. Okay, one. Through the hole and through the hole. And open that up between. All right. Oops, daisy. This one's going over here. So I'm going to line this one up. I don't think it really matters which two ends you do, but it's just two ends of that crossed piece from the top of one to the bottom of the other. Watch this already. See how it moves? There we go, huh? Pretty cool. All right, now we're going to do these two. And this is pretty thick cardboard that you'll be getting, so it's pretty sturdy. It's kind of neat. This piece and this one. So there are 7 of the brass paper fasteners all together for these 3 X's to get together. Now see how it will accordion squeeze together. So now I'm going to make this as smooth and long, skinny as I can. And I'm going to take the 2 pieces that will be my Chomper's face. I'm just going to see how they would line up if we lined them up straight. Well, those 2 aren't the same size, so hold on a second. I'll take these 2. If we line them up straight next to each other, we don't want to do it when our Chomper is open and line it up straight, because then later on when it becomes skinny, they will crunch into each other. So make it this skinny, long accordion and line these pieces up as if they would come together. And this is also where eventually you're going to be cutting out teeth. So I'm going to take this glue stick and just coat it with glue. Well, maybe before I glue stick it, I'm going to make the teeth. I think it's easier. Sorry about that. So maybe do this first. Just cut out little triangles on the bottom right next to each other. So when you cut away that triangle, it leaves a sharp, pointy tooth right there. So this is going to give it some character. Here we go. And just cut the nose right off so it goes like a nose, points up. And then I want teeth on the other one too, because you know, a good dinosaur like a T-Rex has lots of sharp teeth, top and bottom. So you can think too afterwards, what do you think of a good color would be for this? I'm gonna smooth that off there too. There we go. Push those aside. Now see how this comes together, and it almost looks like there's a mouth that's closed. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to turn this up, put a lot of glue on this end. As much glue as I can. It's just on these little ends, no farther in. I'm going to lay that on. And the great thing about this being cardboard, it is paper. So the glue sticks, if you just give it time to dry, work really well, and it will hold together pretty good. So lots of glue. I like using these purple glue sticks so you can see how much I'm really putting on. There we go. And then, so, there we go. That's kind of lined up good. Now, even though it's not dry, you will see what happens now when I open. It looks like the mouth opens up. And chomp. And chomp. And chomp. So, now that we have this chomper, you have to decide, this could be the head, top of the head here. So we'll draw an eye. And I think it would work much better if you had your marker with you, sorry. And then decide also if you want to paint it, because I think you could give some good color later. Chomp, 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 and that's it. That's that easy project